pretty pleased with our new oxygen generator. By we, I mean Atlas Copco, and especially all the people from different backgrounds and with specific expertise who contributed to this project. And that new oxygen generator is the OGP+, a machine with the potential to change the way you think about on-site oxygen production. We are pleased, but we didn't make the OGP+ for ourselves. We made it for our customers. In fact, every innovation we came up with was inspired by a specific customer need. We want to tell you about those customers, their needs and our solutions. That's why we're putting our team on the spot. They'll tell you how they put our customers in the spotlight.
Pills and medicines are great, but I want to know that what I put into my body is perfectly safe. Pharmaceutical companies are just as concerned with safety. They want to be certain that the oxygen they use is perfectly safe. I am Site Laktit. I am assembly technician on the OGP Plus production line. Our pharmaceutical customers were top of mind when we designed the OGP Plus. We wanted to do better for them. We wanted to guarantee safety. This is why we came up with the application protection system. It measures the gas purity of the oxygen that is produced. If the purity drops below the level that the customer set, the generator will block the oxygen flow to the application. The gas supply to the customer's application is restored only when the desired purity is again reached. This application protection system is installed into every OGP Plus unit. It is not optional because it's important to many applications out there. Not just to our pharmaceutical customers, just like your health is not optional.
I remember visiting a biogas production site. Those guys power the future. But I was also thinking, OMG, oh my gas. Imagine how much this outfit could save with a smarter oxygen supply. I am Coremans, the R&D lead engineer for the OGP+. Biogas is one way of reducing our carbon footprint. You know, as a species. Well, we wanted the OGP+ to contribute to that by making it smarter. That's why we incorporated a revolutionary algorithm. The variable cycle saver is what we called it. What does it accomplish? When less oxygen is required by the process, the feed air consumption is reduced. The results are big energy savings. Wait, let me get out of the way. Energy consumption counts for a significant percentage of the total life cycle cost of a conventional oxygen generator. But our OGP Plus cuts that energy consumption by 30%. During low load, our variable cycle saver delivers up to 70% extra saving. Now that is sustainable productivity for our biogas customers and for everyone else.
Jeans come in all shades of blue. And bleaching is one way to get the right color. To bleach denim, jeans producers need ozone. And to produce ozone, you need the color blue as well, Atlas Copco blue. I am Koen Vermandere, sales engineer in Belgium. We have lots of customers that need O2 to produce O3. They need oxygen to produce ozone. That ozone is crucial to lots of industries and applications, from eliminating bad smells to disinfecting water. Denim manufacturers use ozone to finish or bleach their garments. Color is important to them, but size as well. Well, small size that is. Because an ozone generation installation consists of multiple machines, from a compressor over the oxygen generator to the O3 generator. We wanted our OGP Plus to be as compact as possible to limit the footprint of that complete installation. Using slim aluminum extrusions instead of large steel tanks is one way we achieve this. Another factor that contributes to its small footprint is our efficient use of the adsorbent. We need less of that adsorbent to get the same O2 output. A smaller footprint and 30% higher productivity, that's a win-win. So the next time you find a pair of jeans in the perfect shade of blue, you know who to thank.
I was visiting a fish farm in Scandinavia and I passed over it when I was flying in. I remember thinking how beautiful it was. Simple but stunning. Couldn't we make using our oxygen generator just as elegant and simple? I am Jaap Swinkles and I'm an Authorized Distributor in the Netherlands. Fish farms are big on purity of their water, of their fish and of their oxygen. That's why we wanted to make it easy to regulate that purity on the OGP+, and we did. It just takes one push of a button on the controller. That electronic controller has lots of additional benefits that make life and work easy. It's completely self-regulating, it monitors the feed air, it sends out purity alarms and it makes it simple to schedule maintenance. All of that in an easy-to-use design that is also built to perform under the toughest conditions.
Oxygen is life. We have lots of customers that need stable and precise oxygen levels. Hospitals, laboratories, premium fitness facilities. To them, a reliable supply of O2 is vital. I'm Erwin Clerckx and I'm service technician for gas generators. Reliability, that was what I stressed constantly during the design phase of the OGP+. Because if you're going to work out, then you prefer a fitness facility that keeps the O2 levels in the room within specific values. We built this new generation on the platform of our tried and tested NGP+ nitrogen generator. That's a good and reliable basis. And then we put it to the test. And again, and again, and again, and again, and again. We performed endurance tests and sent out several machines to customers, because a lab is one thing, but we wanted to see how it performed out there, in actual working environments. And I'm glad to say the OGP+ passed all those tests with flying colors. It's in much better shape than I'm actually.
I hope you can forgive the performance of some of the team members. They're not used to being in front of a camera, and neither am I. But there can be no doubt about the performance of the OGP+. Reliable and easy to use, cost-saving and self-regulating. Compact yet complete. This revolutionary oxygen generator is ready to take its place in the spotlight.